much beauty in the world. Shake your booty, boys and girls. All the beauty in the world. Take your diamond, take your pearls. There is beauty in the world.
Until the end, yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Kati, and I was given the name Halwut in my canoe family, Pakiwovam, that I was adopted into. And I'm here to acknowledge that we are all guests here on Tongva and Akashiman land of Puvugna, of Tovangar. And it's a very special place because it's where the Creator appeared as a specter to the people and taught the people how to sing and dance and to pray and to live in a good way and to live in abundance. He came as the lawgiver, as Chinichinich. I was told not to say his name at night, but it's a continued effort, and it's very important that we continue to protect and defend Puvugna. For we have a beautiful meadow where ceremony is still held over here, where Cal State Long Beach is, and it's always under threat of being built over or have a parking lot or a mall or something. So there's a continued effort with the Akashiman and the Tongva people to protect the land. So thank you for being here.
Good morning. My name is Pibin Nee, and I'm a worship associate and chair of Green Team. It's wonderful to join you for worship today. The Unitarian Universalist Church of Long Beach strives to be a welcoming and inclusive religious community rooted in love, trust, and freedom. Welcome to all those who are newcomers and visitors. We are so glad that you are worshiping with us this morning. If you are interested in more information about the faith, about UUCLB, or potential membership, visit the welcome table on the patio during coffee hour. Welcome to families, children, and youth. Today is Faith in Action, which will start in the lounge and have pickup outside in the garden area. Our Rainbow Room is open for infants through age 4. Please pick up your children directly after the service before making your way to coffee hour. Families are also welcome to join in the service together. Everyone is invited to join us for coffee and conversation on the patio after the service. If you are joining us on Zoom, please stay on to chat with others in the congregation. Now let's take a moment to greet one another respectfully and warmly.
Set with our order of service.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good to go.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you before service.
Oh, yeah. No, it was all very clear. So.
All right.
Thank you for organizing us.
Oh, there's Mauricio. Sounds like some of the choir is going to sing for Eduardo after church. They won't be. Yeah, and they won't be here for the budget. Maybe they can come back. I don't know. No, that's more important. I know. Well, we have to vote on the budget? I don't remember. This is yak, right? And a report and questions and LEAP. It'll be. Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't get into your script. It wouldn't let me tell you. I know, I saw that later. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, if we could start taking our seats, please. Time for a few announcements. So please see your order of service and online weekly announcements for more information about all our programs and activities. And now for a few announcements. Gary Frazier, please, about the budget.
Good morning. I'm Gary Frazier. I'm the co-chair of the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee is hosting the annual budget hearing today, starting after service at 11:45 here in the Chalice Building. I'm here to invite all members. I'm sorry, Wilder Hall. I said it right. Yes. Here is what I meant. I misnamed it. I'm here to invite all members and friends to the budget hearing here in Wilder Hall. A light brunch will be served shortly before we start the budget hearing. The purpose of the hearing is to share the proposed draft of the 2024-2025 budget. We as members and friends fund our wishes and dreams for UUCLB with pledges and volunteerism. You may not know this, but UUCLB does not receive resources from the UUA, nor do we have a large benefactor, angel investor, or a patron that makes our dreams come true. We independently support our staff and programs and maintain this campus. So I welcome you to come and experience how the UUCLB budget development process works today after service. Thank you.
And now David James.
Good morning, everyone. My name, again, is David James. I'm here as the chair of your Music and Arts Committee, and I want to thank everybody who came to the Soul Force Project show last Sunday. We had a great time here, and I want to let you know we're going to finish the concert series 2 weeks from today. It will be our last show of the series, and it will be the incomparable Dr. Mark Sullivan and his Steinway piano. It's been a couple of years since he's been here, I think, and you saw him here in January at one of our services. You got a little taste of what's to come, but he always gives a magnificent performance. So Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, normal suggested donation, $20 for general, $10 for students, children under 12 free, and I hope you all can make it. Thank you.
And now Mauricio.
Good morning, everyone. Continuing the arts, I'm here with the BIPOC Fellowship Committee to invite you all to our poetry night, our first ever, on the 28th, the Sunday at 4 to 6 here in Wilder Hall. We are in need of volunteers for the event. We would love to see you all there. It's going to be a phenomenal night. We're going to have featured poets and readers and also an open mic for all of you all to come up and spit your poetry, spit your words, spit your truths. You know, it's a free open space. You don't have to identify as BIPOC to be a part of the night. This is just open to all. And we are looking for volunteers, so I hope to see you all there. Thanks.
And now I invite you to silence your cell phones and take a moment to settle into our sacred space. We gather ourselves together for a centering moment to light our chalice together, a symbol of the light within every person, a beacon of hope for our days as we find solace and support in this beloved community.
Good morning. Happy Earth Sunday. My name is Annie Buchanan. As a longtime member of this church's Green Team, it is an honor to be part of this sacred ritual in lighting our chalice. And it's especially beautiful to know that so many other Unitarian Universalists around the world are lighting their chalices too, and sending the same message on this same Earth Sunday to simply love the earth. As we light the chalice in our sanctuary, let us heed the words of Unitarian Universalist minister Lisa Day in her poem, The Ember of Hope and Love Set Ablaze. What if sometimes it's not about a light in the darkness? What if sometimes it's about sparking potential into possibility and possibility into existence? What if sometimes the flame that burns in the chalice of our faith is nothing less than the ember of hope and nothing more than love set ablaze? What if sometimes all we need do is follow this flame, one among scores, hundreds, thousands of steadily flickering flames across the land and among so many peoples on the way to justice and into the land of peace? What if we dare to kindle that chalice?
I invite you to rise in body and spirit and join us in hymn number 1064 in Singing the Journey, Blue Boat Home.
It's going to be on the.
It'll be on the screens, sorry. But if you have one, it's S2J 1064.
Standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry and heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean of travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun my sail and moon my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, breathe the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
This is an Earth Day prayer by Laura Horton Ludwig. Spirit of life, spirit of earth, spirit of all that breathes and all that is, we love you. We love this planet and its people and its beings. We love this interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. We love it all, and we love it all to be well and blessed and healthy. But we are human, and as people, our hearts are still small. So often, our love and our sincere desire for the well being of all is not yet enough to restrain our collective desire for more for ourselves, more money, more power, more things. So often, we act in the service of that desire for more in ways that harm our fellow humans and the countless beings with whom we share this earth. And so often, even when we would do otherwise, we feel powerless. The problems are so big, the scale is so enormous. What can one person or one small group really do? But today, let our prayer be for hope and commitment to stay in the struggle, to do what is right as best as we can each day, and to love you, spirit of earth and ocean, star and rocks, beings of every kind, not least our human neighbors. To love this glorious whole as we love ourselves. For we are you, and you are us. Blessed be. Let's meditate for a minute to sit with this love for the earth. Okay. Our Sunday offering helps to sustain our congregation alongside the generous pledges and contributions of our members and friends. Every month, a social justice collection is taken to support an organization living our values in the world. Today's recipient is Ground Education. Holland Brown will tell you a little bit about Ground Education.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Earth Day. I'm feeling really grateful to be welcomed back here to sing with you all and to celebrate the nonprofit Ground Education. That has been it's been a project in my heart since 2009. It's been a real nonprofit since 2017, but the origins in 2009 were when I had the privilege of, at my own daughter's elementary school, starting a small garden there and inviting children from the various classes to come out and spend part of their school day exploring in the dirt. And my partner in doing that and I had a dream, and that was, what if there were gardens at all the school campuses? And what if children were able to spend part of their school day outside in nature? And that's the path we started down. It's grown well beyond the two of us with the first dream. We are an organization now with 30 employees who are, yes, they're educators and they are horticulturalists. And, oh, well, thank you. Thank you. But when you think about it, the Long Beach Unified School District, where we do our work, is the largest landowner in the city. And if you've loved anybody who's gone to a public school here, you have, or you've driven by one, you've seen how asphalt heavy they are. They were built with a different mindset of let's pave over everything that needs nurture and care and, control costs and things in that matter. So I like to, there are plenty of things that need work in the realm of education, but our piece of the pie is to carve back some of that asphalt literally and create spaces for children to play and observe and be curious about nature and to get their hands in the dirt and to feel all of that connection, that inner web of connection that nature gives us. And so that is what we have been methodically doing. We are in 23 schools out of the 54 elementary schools. So by the fall, we'll be in half, and we're really excited to just keep going until we have the gardens and the programming that goes with that in all the schools. I just wanted to say on Friday I was at a school. I wore many hats, including I was an educator until last year, and when the management just got too much. But I was back at a school where I had been the primary teacher up until last year, and there was a little boy in the hallway when I got there, a fifth grader, and he was having such an emotional moment. He was in the hallway. He was standing on a chair desk. You know how the desks are built onto the chairs, and he was standing on top of the desk part, and he had his hands on he could reach the ceiling. So his whole body was suspended between the ceiling and the desk, and he was just yelling and having a moment, and he had two supportive people trying to kind of literally talk him down. And I walked by, not quite sure what I was going to do when I got there, and he looked right at me and he said, "Oh my gosh, Mrs. Brown, you are my garden teacher." He said, "When do we get to go to the garden again? And are you going to bring the baby chicks? Are we going to have the baby chicks this year? It's my favorite thing about school." And as he's talking to me, he's climbing down off the chair, and I said, "I have my phone. I can tell you exactly when you have your next garden lesson, and I can tell you that you're going to have the baby chicks." And then he started engaging the other adults in the conversation about how much he liked the garden. And I just thought, for me, it was just a powerful reminder of, school can be intense for a lot of people, and nature has that ability to kind of meet all of us where we are and really help us regulate, and it's a bright moment in whatever else is going on in your day, perhaps. Maybe some of you all feel that way too when you take a walk in nature or do a little gardening. So that's what we're out there doing in the world, and thank you for letting me speak about it a little bit, and thank you for considering a donation. And we do have social media. If you do Facebook or if you do Instagram and you'd like to see pictures of what happens in the gardens, we're Ground Education. We're pretty easy to find. So Oh, and the baby chicks are here today. So before you go to the budget meeting, you should come out to the lawn and enjoy. We have chicks that were just hatched on Wednesday, and nothing feels better than watching them, holding them. So we invite you to come out and share some of that with us too. Okay, thank you.
As the plates go by today, take a moment to offer gratitude for all the amazing work for justice and care happening here, the connections being made, the lives changed. Thank you for your generous financial support of UUCLB and all you do to help our church thrive. If your offering is unlabeled, like on your check or on an envelope, it will go to our special collection this month, which is Ground Education. Our offering will now be gratefully received.
Wasn't that awesome? Thank you. For those who don't know me, my name is Bill. Thank you for showing up for Earth Day Sunday and the Green Team. This is a little reading called Circle Dance of Oneness. It's from the Maryknoll Sisters, who I was introduced to. I was introduced to them in 2019. This is something that they put together at one of their conferences. Great Spirit, our Creator, your love flared forth in brilliant galaxies, stars, planets, sun, moon, and earth, where life was born. In time, a unique multi-species, multicultural community of life emerged, encircling our earth home. Blessed are you, God of all creation. In your goodness, you have made us aware of our interwoven oneness in the human family and our kinship with all creatures in your creation. We are mindful of our relations to the first peoples who inhabited America. We pray for conversion of our hearts and minds, that we be open to learn from the wisdom, cultures, and traditions and spirituality of indigenous peoples who have always been their strength, teaching our hearts and minds to live in harmony. We pray for honesty and courage and live out the vision of our essential oneness with all people. We pray for wisdom, guidance, and perseverance to fulfill their responsibility to serve all people, especially the disadvantaged, to promote the common good and to respect and care for God's creation. We pray for wisdom and guidance to respect the sacred nature of water, land, wildlife, air, and God's gift to sustain all life. Great Spirit, your love allures us into the circle dance of oneness. As co-creators of the evolving future, in this circle, may we learn to respect, honor, celebrate our diversity and differences as a human family. With a deepening awareness of our fundamental oneness, our circle is timeless, flowing. It is new life emerging from death, life winning out over death. Thank you.
I'd like to share a song with you that came bubbling out of me during the time of the pandemic. It's called This Earth is a Garden in Heaven. With open ears listen, discern with your heart, and speak with precision. Microbes, bacteria, viruses, fungi, mites, ticks, slice, rats, bats, roaches, flies, mosquitoes, and fleas are scapegoats, not the cause of human-born ailments, afflictions, misery, sickness, strife, illness, suffering, pestilence, plagues, and disease. Its origins lie in shame, guilt, fear, worry, ignorance, lies, arrogance, envy, lust, violence, ambition, and greed, and consuming a superfluous amount of shit we don't need. From destroying, exploiting, extorting, enslaving, raping, and polluting life, water, people, animals, plants, and trees, earths, minerals, crystals, oils, wide open spaces, and the air we breathe. Our word is a vibration, written, spoken, or thought, and when it all boils down, it's all that we've got. It can make our heart cold, lukewarm, or hot, describing and speaking of what is and what's not. It can bring life to the dead or cause rice to rot. The way to salvation is accepted, not by. With openness, listen, discern with your heart, and speak with precision. The tongue is a living double-edged sword that if wielded foolishly can cut the wrong chord. It can be kept clean and sharp like a skilled surgeon's blade, or till the soil like a good gardener's spade. It may also be neglected, rusty, dirty, and dull, unable to communicate clearly or call. Sowing confusion and misunderstood, creating infection, causing more harm than good. So have the mind of a serpent and the heart of a dove, and know that evil exists, but so does Christ's love. And that love is eternal, it will never end, it will burn on forever and never dim. So ask for forgiveness and give it as well. Repent, have compassion, and stay out of hell. For karma exists, it's called cause and effect. We will reap what we sow, what we give we'll get back. So propagate the good seeds and let wisdom grow. Have patience and faith and feel what you know. I am the truth, I am real, I'm here and there, and I know what I feel. For this earth is a garden in heaven that's planted in your heart. For this earth is a garden in heaven that grows in your heart. For this earth is a garden in heaven that blooms in your heart. For this earth is a garden in heaven that lives in your heart. Thank you.
I'm back like a circle. So this is my reflection on water. We wanted to have our Earth theme, and we were picking different topics, and mine is water. So you can close your eyes and think about this, or reflect on the art that's in the room, because it's all together. So planet Earth, as we see it from space, is bluish in color, from the huge expanse of water covering it. And we would not have made a mistake if at all, instead of Earth, we called it the planet of water. Perhaps it is a more appropriate name because 71% of the planet is covered by the seemingly so simple fluid. In fact, sometimes it seems as if there was nothing more simpler than water. Without smell, taste, or color, and in such abundance around us, we do not experience water as some sort of special phenomenon. On the contrary, we treat water wastefully, without respect. But who are we really aware of the importance and peculiarities of water? And do we really know all about it? Who gave us the right to claim it, resell it, managing its flow? A body of water acts as a natural mirror, providing near-perfect reproductions of its surroundings. Under ideal conditions, however, the slightest disturbance on the surface, from a gentle breeze to a raindrop, disrupts its pristine reflection. This distortion becomes a valuable tool for environmental scientists, as the character of the reflection can indicate water quality, wind speed, and even seismic activity. Calm water acts as a canvas, flawlessly replicating the beauty above. A vibrant sunset mirrored on a still lake creates a sense of breathtaking symmetry. This interplay between the water and the sky is a fundamental consideration for landscape photographers and painters, who use reflections to enhance the visual impact and emotional resonance of their compositions. The ever-changing nature of reflections on water serves as a potent symbol of impermanence. Unlike solid surface, water reflection is constantly in flux. Clouds scuttering across the sky distorts the mirrored image. Ripples from a passing creature disrupt the perfect copy. This dynamic impermanence can inspire reflection on the passage of time and the fleeting nature of reality. Gazing deep into a body of water where the reflection fades into darkness can evoke a sense of mystery. The mirrored image ceases to exist, replaced by an impenetrable veil. This plays on our human fascination with the unknown. The hidden depths lie beneath the surface, both literal and metaphorical. The interplay of light and water, the ever-shifting reflections, and the interplay between clarity and distortion have captivated artists for centuries. From the serene landscapes of Romanticism to the fragmented reflection of Impressionism, reflections on water have provided a rich source of inspiration for artistic expression. Water's impermanence aligns with the Buddhist teachings about attachment and suffering. Clinging to life leads to suffering, just as trying to hold on to water is futile. Ultimately, water's role in life and death prompts us to consider the nature of our existence, place in the larger cycle of the universe. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, for wonderful reflection on water, and also to Michael for his reflection on the earth. I'm going to talk a little bit about air, but from a little different perspective. My name is Grace Lawrenson, and I'm going to talk about how I found an organization with a climate solution that supported me in fighting air pollution and global warming. But first, a little background. I remember 50 years ago sitting in my car for hours at gas stations in a line with 2 small children in the back seat. This was the impetus for my husband building an electric car. I must admit it was more of a hobby than something to stop climate change, but it was a start. Fast forward now 30 years, and we moved to Long Beach. Green Team was forming at the church, and the team worked for solar panels, native gardens, saving plastics, etc. The list goes on. You don't really want to hear it, but you can look around you and see it all. But I must admit that we were making an impact at the church, but I felt the need for something more. One Green Team member, Marilyn Gottschall, had been working with a group called Citizens Climate Lobby. When CCL started a Long Beach chapter, 6 members of the Green Team went to the first meeting. CCL proposed a solution. It was called carbon fee and dividend, and it made sense to me. The essence of the solution is stated in a resolution that our Green Team wrote and the congregation passed in 2017. That's 6 years ago. Part of that resolution says, "Be it resolved that the Unitarian Universalist Church of Long Beach calls upon the U.S. Congress to pass legislation to reduce carbon emissions, and that the first carbon legislation must place a fee on fossil fuels, and that revenue from said carbon fee be returned to all American households to protect them from the impact of rising prices and to stimulate the economy." Educating myself and the congregation on carbon fee made me feel like I was making a difference. Regrettably, after our previous president was elected, national climate legislation came to a standstill. Things were still being done, but nothing was done nationally. Finally, last fall, the split Congress
passed the Inflation Reduction Act. Despite its ambiguous name, Inflation Reduction Act, this act became the first major federal legislation addressing climate change. It is a start, but much more needs to be done. I was beginning to write this reflection a month ago when House Resolution 86 was about to come up for a vote. Its title was Expressing the Sense of Congress that a carbon tax would be detrimental to the United States economy. Did you catch that? Detrimental to the United States economy. Citizens Climate Lobby sent out an alert asking us to call our representatives to vote no. I contacted my representative and emailed all my friends and relatives asking them to do the same. Unfortunately, the resolution passed. Congress said no carbon tax. Just only the House of Representatives. The Senate has not passed it. But one good thing about this is it spurred excellent conversations and good press coverage. Bob Inglis, a Republican who served in Congress for 12 years and currently heads a Republican, which is a small r republic that is the conservatives in favor of carbon taxing. He wrote in Forbes magazine just last month, the House of Representatives just went on record. They condemned a carbon tax, even though carbon pricing is the most powerful means of solving climate change, sorry. Another important tool in combating global warming is talking to our friends. At a dinner party last week, Charles was talking about the possibility of getting a new car and possibly going electric. Janet, a conservative woman sitting next to me, said she didn't believe that paying rich people to buy electric cars was a good idea. It didn't make sense. It was not helping poor people at all. And I reminded her that electric cars make less air pollution. No matter who's driving them, they pollute less. And the poorer people who live closer to the highways are the ones who are most impacted by the bad air. They benefit from clean air. She paused a moment and finally said, "You do have a point." In summary, I urge everyone to find a group that's working on saving the earth, a group that you resonate with their solutions. Inform yourself, especially on carbon tax. Take some personal action at least once a week, and speak up wherever you can. And also, I'm reminded to tell you to vote.
And now I'd like to invite you to please rise in body or spirit and join us in hymn in Singing the Living Tradition number 163, For the Earth Forever Turning, which will also be on the screen if you don't have the book.
For our lives.
minister Reverend Adam Robersmith writes, "If we act out of our love for this earth and all its inhabitants, we can avoid despair. In this, as in all things, our theology tells us to choose faith and hope and deep, abiding love over fear, to act from the knowledge that we will save what is of great worth and sacredness to us. Go forth and make it so. We now extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again."
Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. We love you. We hear you. We come in to change our ways, not later, but sooner, right now, for your future. Youth can't wait, put out the fire. Women can't wait, put out the fire. Planet can't wait, put out the fire. Our house is on fire. For our children, put out the fire. And their children, put out the fire. And their children, put out the fire. Our house is on fire. For songbirds, for clean air, for the ocean and the bays. Not later, but sooner, right now, for our future. Melting glaciers, put out the fire. Rising seas, put out the fire. Bleaching coral, put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Shoreline, put out the fire. Sinking island, put out the fire. Rolling dry, put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Let bees live, let trees grow, let the snow fall where it may. Not later, but sooner, right now, for the future, right now, for the future, right now. We are here to put out the fire. This is how we put out the fire. Time is now, we put out the fire. Our house is on fire.